Hi guys, today we're going to be looking at climbing ropes and the sort of ropes you might come across in your climbing careers. To begin with, there's two main types of rope we need to be aware of. We have static line and we have dynamic. Now dynamic is designed so it's got some form of stretch in the rope. This is there to reduce the fall factor and the force when a climber does take a fall. Static, on the other hand, doesn't. So when would we use static over dynamic? Well, static's good for when we don't want to be bouncing up and down, things like an abseil. However, in any climbing we do, it's important that we only use dynamic. So we can forget about static for now. So when it comes to dynamic ropes, there are a few different types we need to be aware of as well. The first we're going to look at here is a single rope. So a single rope is designed to be used by itself, which is the main type of rope we're going to be using in single pitch and sport climbing. So the stuff sort of we're going to be doing at the school. How do we tell it's a single rope? Well, all ropes should have a little label on the end. On a single rope, you'll have, as this one does, a number 1, denoting it's a single. Other things we need to be aware of are the diameter of the rope. So this here is a 10mm rope. And you'll find that single ropes tend to be of a thicker diameter. That makes them more robust, they're going to last longer, but they also makes it a little bit harder to feed through the belay device as well. Secondly, we need to be aware of is the length of the rope. It's also denoted here. This is a 40-meter rope. Now, you do have to make sure that whatever height wall, rock, crag you're climbing, that your rope is twice that length. Obviously, because it needs to feed up and back down. So with this 40-meter rope, that's going to enable me to climb a 20-meter rock, and so on and so forth. We also on ropes have a center point. As you can see there, it's painted black. That denotes the middle of the rope, and I'll come on to later why that's important and what we use that for. So that's single ropes, and that's what we're going to be using mainly. Next, we're going to look at what are called half ropes. Half ropes, sometimes also known as double ropes, are designed to be used in conjunction with each other. So why would we use these and when do we use them? So these are used almost exclusively outside for alpine climbing, trad climbing, anywhere where the route we're going up the wall isn't a straight line. So if it zigzags side to side. So why would we use these ropes? Well, to start with, they're a smaller diameter, so they're a lot lighter when we're outside. But secondly, why do we need to use 2 ropes rather than just 1? Well, if you imagine we're going up a wall and we're clipping, zigzagging our way up, that starts to add more and more rope drag and it makes it more difficult for the climber. This is quite hard to explain and I'm not doing a very good job of it, so I've got a better idea instead. So an easier way for me to demonstrate this is going to be on the whiteboard. Now these green ticks denote places we're going to be clipping the rope into. Now, if I was to just use 1 rope, and I started at the bottom and climbed up to here, to there, and zigzag my way up that wall, by the time I get to here, you can imagine how much that rope's now dragging on all these different points. That rope drag is going to make it harder and harder for us the higher we go. Now, if we go over to here, and we can imagine the blue highlight is going to be one of my half ropes. The green highlight is going to be the other one. So, as I go up the left-hand side, I'm going to clip all these ropes into here. Simultaneously, I'm going to clip my other rope into these. And as you can see, I now don't have the rope drag I originally would have had just using the 1 rope. So that's why we use half ropes. Now the important thing to remember with half ropes is that we can't climb on them by themselves. The smaller diameter of them makes them not safe to take a fall on by itself. So there we have the ropes we're going to come across, especially with the climber we're going to be doing. Next, we're going to have a look at how we look after our ropes and how we store them away.